There is a man who has never been married. He lives alone in a small house in the Japanese wilderness. He was very lonely and longed for someone he could spend his life with. One winter morning, he was looking out his window, when he happened to see some strands of icicles hanging under the eaves of his house. He said to himself, "I wish I had that icy wife." That night, there was a knock on his front door. When the man opened it, he saw a beautiful woman standing at his door. He was tall and slender and his face was as pale as snow. He invited her in because it was cold. As time went by, the woman never left and they both fell in love. They decided to live as husband and wife. There is only one small problem. The man noticed that his beautiful wife never took a bath. Whenever he tried to talk to her about this, he refused to talk about it. One day, her husband was fed up with his wife's attitude. He then grabbed his wife and dragged her into the bathroom. The wife kept screaming and crying, trying to run away from her husband, but in vain. The husband then pushed his wife into the hot spring pipe in the bathroom, left her there and closed the door. Then, an hour had passed, and the husband heard nothing from the bathroom, other than silence. There was no sound of splashing water like someone taking a bath. Feeling that it was strange, he then immediately headed for the bathroom and peeked inside, and found it empty. His wife is not there. All he saw was the hair comb his wife always used. The man is heartbroken. He thought his wife had left him and ran away. He decided to move on with his life. A few months later, he meets a new woman and they fall in love. They then decided to move in together and they passed the months happily until winter came back. That winter, when it was snowing heavily that night, the man looked out the window and saw large strands of icicles under the eaves of his house. He went outside to drop the ice, but he saw a woman standing outside, in the snow. He recognized her. It was his wife who he thought had left him. Urban legend: Tsurara Onna. Inside the house, the new woman who lives with the man suddenly hears terrible screams of pain from outside. He rushed to check, and found the man lying in the snow. The man was dead, and his blood dripped into the snow around his head, where a large strand of ice had pierced his eye and brain.